It says I'm live. I'm live. I have a candy coma. Anyway, there's so much bad news going on. Horrible stuff happening. And look at that cat. Tuxedo cat. Kitty, 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 kitty. Come on, Blaze. Kitty, 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 kitty. Remember my cat, Felix, was killed by a coyote right around here in my backyard. And Valentine's Day, Liberace came up missing. Kitty, 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 kitty. And then 2 tuxedo cats showed up. And there's one of the tuxedo cats. Is that crazy? Is that bizarre? But I wanted to show you how beautiful it is today. There's so much bad news, so much sadness, horrible things taking place all across the world. They're saying we're in World War III. The Bible says there'll be wars and rumors of wars, but the end is not yet. Well, what the heck does that mean? Anybody have any good stories? Scummy Mummy, hi! Haven't heard of you. Thank you for coming. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I need good news. Angela Critters. Did you know Angela has the most darling grandkids ever? Oh my gosh, he is so cute. But look at this tree. Red and gold. These are Japanese maple. Did you just see that cat? Tuxedo cat? What is it? I lose two tuxedos. When was the last time you saw tuxedo cat besides mine? Rare. And then I get 2 tuxedo cats come to my yard soon after. That is so bizarre. But I'm going to start a new channel. I'm going to start a new theme to my channel. I'm still going to do the scammers. I had a scammer call me this morning. They just don't get it when I tell them lunatic. Oh, my name's Luna, honey. And your last name? Tichh. And the H's are silent. That's Hungarian Hawaiian. Look at those colors. Is that gorgeous? Does that make you feel good? Give me a thumbs up if that makes you feel good. But I want to share stories of things that have happened to you that are true. Doesn't matter how bizarre they are, they have to be honest to God truth. They can't be stories. I mean, they can be stories, but no fibs. Look at my crazy engineer husband. We're totally off grid. Totally off grid. And we've got 3 fireplaces. And our motorhome's in the shop getting outfitted. And hopefully our investment will make us $1 million. I think it's a bunch of baloney. But the dinar, have anybody heard of the dinar? Iraq dinar? Well, we bought a couple $1 million worth of dinar, which is only $1,000 per $1 million, and it's supposed to revalue. So $1,000 will make you $28 million which I think is baloney. I don't believe it. I'll believe it when the money is in my hand. What you got there, old man? Cat food? How many bags of cat food do we have?
Too many.
Did you call them and tell them no more drop shipping?
Yeah, I think I did.
They love our kitties. They eat good food. So we got at least 30 bags of Life Abundance at 20 pounds each. So our cats will have good food to eat, even if the supply trains go down. But so anyway, I'm gonna have a different theme to my channel, and that is the good news. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. It can be Christian, or even if you're Muslim. I don't care what faith you are. If you have a story where you felt the divine guidance, divine intervention helped you and guided you and saved your life, as long as it's a true story, I will like to hear your story. I'm not set up to do live stream right now, but think of what stories you have to share to encourage others. Like, we turn on the news, all we see is bad news, and this guy's crazy and that guy's crazy, and MAGA hat and maggot hat, red MAGA hats and blue maggot hats, blue maggots. And not much good news. I know there was some good news with Jules of Thought. Her and Piddlin Bill are going to be grandparents. She's going to be a grandma. And she is thrilled. Yeah. I think I said something to Critters a couple months ago. I'm not sure. I started writing it, and I think I wrote, oh man, when she becomes a grandma, she's going to be obnoxious. We're going to have to listen about her grandbaby. I don't know if I sent that to Critters, but I know I thought of it. But look at this. Earlier it was windy. I love it when it's windy here. And we don't get thunderstorms at all. They dissipate on the other side of that hill. They're in the Willamette Valley. They just completely dissipate. But what we get is tornadoes. We've had several tornadoes, and I'll see water spouts coming down here, and I've got videos of water spouts. It's kind of interesting, the geology of this little valley. We're in a La Nina year, meaning we're going to have a lot of water, rain, not much snow, maybe an ice storm, but they call it an atmospheric river. So we'll have a lot of water, a lot of rain, and flooding. Downtown Portland flooded really bad. And even downtown Oregon City, the fish market, somebody was sitting on top of Tony's fish market with a fishing pole down in the water. The fish market downtown Oregon City, which is about 20 feet above the Willamette River water. Yeah. So anyway, I want to share stories of good things that have happened to you, how your life was spared, how something happened and it just worked out to where things worked out good for you. So I'll tell you about, let's see, how about the one about the salamander? I don't have a salamander with me here to show you. They're like a little red lizard kind of, but they're kind of, they're in the water. So I had my granddaughter who was almost 2 years old, and I had the lady that I was watching, Granny Nanny, Beatrice Henderson. She was 85 years old. She'd had a brain blip, and she could no longer talk or think, so her dementia just took her mind overnight. So she needed somebody to care for her. Look at these were white last week. That's weird how they turn pink. Look at that red tree down below there. Can you see that red tree? Larry, can I use your phone for a little bit?
Not necessarily. Really important.
Yeah, I just want to show. Can you bring up the picture, Tony's Fish Market that was flooded?
No, but
Okay.
busy.
Okay.
It'll take a long time to find out.
Oh, it wouldn't take me but a few seconds.
Then you just go right ahead and find it.
Okay. Anyway, I was at my other house up the street, and I was taking my granddaughter into town, and I had Bee in the front seat, and I was going down my driveway. Let's see. Flooding. Oregon City. I forget. It was like Tony's Fish. Anyway, this was.
A lot of people who lived here their entire lives know a lot about the history of this place. So for those of you who have lived here for a while, I know you remember what happened 25 years ago this week in February of 1996. I know it's hard to remember what happened last week, but I'll give you a hint. This one had to do with flooding.
Yeah, we had
Lots and
horrible
lots of
flooding.
Let's go into the KGW Vault with the help of Brenda Braxton.
Oregon underwater.
We were
The
underwater.
perfect storm made waves through the Willamette Valley and southwest Washington. A winter of snow and ice, followed by warm rain, led to the most destructive flooding to hit the state since 1964.
These should normally be streets, not rivers, not canals,
Woodland,
but streets.
Washington.
Bodies of water all over the state overflowed. The Willamette rose to more than 28 feet, ending up 10 feet above flood levels,
you
threatening to
believe
wash
that?
over Tom McCall Waterfront Park. The flooding was so bad in the Rose City, then Mayor Vera Katz asked city workers and volunteers
We're going to have
to
the
build a
same
wall along
conditions.
the waterfront to keep the Willamette
Or
from
maybe even
overflowing
worse.
into downtown.
Wow.
The river swallowed landmarks.
Wouldn't believe it.
believe that is Oaks Park down below us now. In the middle of
Oaks
State Street,
Park.
you can see what happened.
Wow.
Lake Oswego simply flowed over the walls and right into downtown, and now it is at least knee-deep for about a 2-block area.
And the Columbia River rose along Vancouver's shores.
Yeah.
This is the
It was
Columbia
something
River. It
else.
is up this high, and it's
So
expected to
anyway,
come up a little
I was
higher.
coming down my driveway, and I had Madison in the back seat in her seatbelt, and Bee in the back seat. And this is an honest-to-God true story. You're not going to believe it. So I'm coming down my driveway, and I see this little salamander crossing the road. And I wanted to show Madison the little salamander. They're about 3 inches, 4 inches long. They're red belly. They don't bite. They're non-poisonous. They just kind of feel creepy because they're kind of cold. Yeah, the flood of 96.
forced the National Guard to deploy, and led to a visit from the commander-in-chief.
So
President Clinton will leave the White
I
House at dawn and land
pulled
in
over my
around
car
9 in the morning.
to the side of the road, and I didn't get out of the car, but I bent over and I picked up the salamander. And I showed Maddie. I said, "Look, Maddie, the salamander." And she's gone, "Oh, wow. Oh, wow." And then, so I put the salamander back down, made sure it got off the road. So that took about a minute, 2 minutes of my time. And then I continued down this road and then down to the main road. And because I had stopped to pick up the set in front of me, so I had to get behind him. So we traveled the 7 miles to the main road and turned left onto the main highway when a car was coming, I don't know, 60, 70 miles an hour, coming head on for us. And the guy that was in front of me was hit head on, and her car twirled around and was so forceful that it pushed my car, the wind of the force from her twirling pushed my car, and the guy in front of me was hit, and his car was, the engine was in pieces, and his seats, and it was just a horrible scene. He was terribly injured. I won't say what happened, but it was very bad. But because I had stopped to pick up that little salamander, I got behind him. I would have been in front of him had I not picked up that salamander. Isn't that scary? That poor guy. I guess it was his time to go, but if it would have been me, can you imagine my granddaughter? And B was 85, 89 years old, very frail. She probably would have been killed, and I would have been killed. And my granddaughter would have been severely injured. I don't know. But that guy was taken out. And I was saved because of the salamander, because I had stopped and bent over and picked up that salamander. So that is just one of the many stories that I have that are true. So I'm going to have to learn how to do StreamYard so I can have people up. And got to make sure that they're members of my community. You have to be a subscriber at least for 24 hours before you can come on and tell your story. I know there might be some troll that wants to do something weird. Then I'll lose my channel. Oh, that's all I need. Anyway, if you have a good story, something uplifting, please share it. And we'll have sharing the good news, because there's so much. What do you think? What should I call my channel? Sharing and carrying the good news? Because we've got so much bad news going on. I don't know. What should I call it? Is there anybody here? Critters, how's Dan's hand? Critters has a friend who he injured his hand, and then he had to have his hand amputated because they found cancer in his hand. Isn't that odd? He hit his hand and then ended up finding cancer in his hands. So I don't know, was it a good thing that he injured his hand? And they had to amputate his, I think it was his right hand. His name was Dan. Yeah, the accident saved his life. Wow. I wonder if he would like to come on and talk. I know I helped a little bit with his GoFundMe. I need to get a GoFundMe for my friend. She has Lyme disease, and she's very, very sick. She's been sleeping in her car, and Larry and I are helping her. We're giving her as much as we can, about $500 a month, but that's not enough to keep her going because she needs medication, she needs vitamins and supplements and stuff. And sleeping in her car, that's horrible. So she graduated with a master's in psychology, and I've known her long before she got sick. Cynthia's her name. So I need to get a GoFundMe page getting for her to help her. So I was thinking about giving her my travel trailer. It's 10 years old. We bought it brand new. It's a nice, it's 30-foot trailer with a tip slide out. I was thinking about giving her that and taking it down to Sam. She's down in the Bay Area. She has to stay in the Bay Area until she gets all her testing and everything done. Because if she doesn't get her testing done and get onto Social Security disability, if she moves, that'll just screw everything up. So she has to stay in the Bay Area. So if I can get we don't use our travel trailer because we got that motorhome. I should take that down, see if somebody will let her park the travel trailer in their yard. She is really suffering. Could afford to maintain it and monthly. Yeah. Oh, hear that bird? You know what that is? Hear that? That's an evening grosbeak. Oh, and she also has Morgellons disease. Morgellons is from Lyme disease. And it's the craziest things because it looks like you have threads underneath your skin. Oh, I hate that. We have a gun range down below. Sometimes it gets going. Look at how beautiful it is. Oh my gosh. I love Oregon. It rains a lot. Rains a lot. No, she can't afford to pay a monthly lot fee. So maybe we can find somebody that will let her park the trailer up in the hills by the college where she went to Pacific Union College, and there's a lot of Adventist people. She's Adventist that might let her park their trailer in their property. I don't know. You never know. But if she can move up here, get her medical taken care of, everything up there, then she can move up here. And I know she's an honest person, because if I try to send her more, she'll say, no, I don't need anything this month. So, but she went from being a peak foliage in the week. Most gorgeous peak foliage this week is what the news just said. Look at that tree. Can you believe how red that is? Our fish pond is getting cleaned right now. It needs a lot of help. But anyway, I think if I can get a GoFundMe for Cynthia help, because I don't know, we just can't do it. It's just at our limits. We need new flooring and a new roof. But if other people could pitch in and help others. But, so what do you think I should call my channel? How about the good news? Finally, some good news. No bad news. But can you believe that? Salamander. Because I stopped and bent over. I didn't get out of my car. I just bent over, leaned over, picked up the little salamander, showed Maddie, then put it back down. And because I had taken the time to pull over, pick the salamander up, that put me in line behind that guy. I feel bad, you know, that he got killed. But it would have been horrible because he was an older guy. But this woman she took some medication, some new medication at the pharmacy just down the road, and then a half hour later she had a reaction to it. You do not take medication, a new medication, and then get on the road. Second round of Portland's atmospheric river. Yeah, they just announced that on the news. Look at that hummingbird up there. Thank y'all for coming. It's so beautiful here. It's not like Maine. Maine is beautiful. But our leaves are turning yellow. But look at here's my white. These were supposed to be for the church flower centerpieces. They wouldn't open up. 3 weeks I tried to get them to open up. I'm drinking I love these. So think of your good story that you have. If you know somebody that has a good story and you want to tell it and it makes you feel good about how God saved your life or divine intervention or something saved you from a catastrophic event, like had I not stopped for that salamander. And I know God helps me. I always pray before we leave, but that doesn't mean that we're going to be 100% safe. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. Ooh, he got me. Look at that. Oh. Let me walk around. Like I said, I got candy coma. Oh. I gotta stand up. My back has been hurting me so bad. And I need my knees replaced, but I'm not gonna do it. Leave the diatomaceous powder, Earth. I need that. You can use it in there? Okay. Ever used diatomaceous powder? It kills ants. It's edible, the food grade. It's bismuth. You put it in, bismuth is ground up earth, or diatoms. Bismuth is a rock. And anyway, we spread the diatomaceous powder around outside and it kills the ants. It's non-toxic, it's edible, won't harm your cats, gets rid of bugs, termites, ants, bugs, Bugs Bunny. Look at the bunny. Here, Bun Buns. Bunny, bunny, Bun Buns. So all of these solar panels are going to go up on the roof when we get a new roof. And see that white chair? Ugly, right? Well, I painted it. Yeah, I used fabric paint and I mixed the fabric paint with fabric softener. So now I gotta do the other one. I'm too lazy. It's gotta be hot when I do it. And then Larry's putting in a catio right there. We're not renting that guest house out. We're gonna leave it empty. Well, it would be nice to have the money, but it's hard having somebody live in your house. Especially like the last one. She was just totally weird. Liar. Oh my gosh, that girl lied her head off. Before that, my sister was there. She wanted to live in town. She didn't want to live out this far out. I don't blame her. This lawn gets so brown. Look at that. I'll go out the front. Oh boy, those leaves are really, the flowers are really dying. All because of the, ooh, oops. I guess I can't go in that way. Ah, look at that. Well, y'all take care. God bless, and thank you for coming. Think of a good story, inspirational story that you want to share. And subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. I do. I really do. YouTube has been really hard on creators. What you doing, old man? That's my honey. That's Dr. William Wallace. Tell about what you did in the Navy. Submarines. Submarines. You know, Jules have thought, allegedly innocent. I think she's copying me. I had this seahorse fountain. She's got one too. I had it up on the porch and Larry moved it down there. She had hers moved too. She has the same exact setup in her family room as I do, with the TV and the shelves and everything. Look at this mess. Otis. I don't care. My house is a pigsty. This stuff is going out. But I wanted to show you the front yard. Oh. I've already made dinner. My vintage pump organ. And my cat. My feral tuxedo cat. There are two of them. He's got a brother. Oh, he ate all his food. Oh, wow, look at these. These froze. These got... Yeah, it froze the other night. Whoa, look at that. Red. Is that red or what? It is red, and look at the yellow leaves. My fish. I have of them. So I got some plastic ones. Heron, I'm going to put around. That'll scare them. Heron, scare them. I tried putting a net over it, but the net doesn't work. And then there's a waterfall cascading. Look at these. Pinkish. That's weird. Can you tell we have a view? That log is filled with peanut butter, and I get woodpeckers hanging on there. Okay, now I'm going to show you across the street. This tree, I love watching this tree. In the fall, it changes colors. I wish we had the pond on. There's that that travel trailer. It's a Cougar 30-foot rear lounge. But look at that beautiful tree. Odie! Isn't it gorgeous here? Now that tree is on that side right there. That's Boring. That's Boring, Oregon. So we're 200 feet over the edges of Boring, Oregon. And you can see Mount Hood. That house right there. We lived there for 30 years, and then we sold this house. Sold that, bought this house. Love it here. Lived on this street for 39 years. Wow, that means I'm getting old. Hear the frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. Yeah, we need a new roof, and we want to get metal. But I want to open up the ceiling and get skylights. We had these two stone stanchions, one on each side. It was right here. You know how many cars got obliterated? Oh, look at that pond. Beautiful pond. That's about 25 feet long. It's 3.5 feet deep. A lot of beautiful flowers, floating flowers there. Doesn't it kill fire ants? Yep, diatomaceous powder kills fire ants, kills everything. I tell you, when I lived in Southern California, I lived on my grandparents' dairy there in Artesia, on Artesia Boulevard. My grandpa had a huge dairy, milking dairy. He had 1,000 cows between my uncle and, look at he says, that peanut butter is nummy. Yeah, you like that peanut butter? So I was out in the hay. I love going on that bales of hay. You can scream your head off into a bale of hay and you can't hear anything. It soaks up the sound. And I had a bunch of ants that crawled on my legs. Didn't bite me until they decided it was time to bite me. They all bit me all at once. Hundreds just bit right, and they would fight and kill each other and tear each other's heads off. It was weird. Anyway, I gotta go. God bless you all, and thank you for coming, and think of a story, and we'll share some good stuff. God bless you, and critters, maybe you can tell about Dan's hand. That would be awesome. How's he doing? Anyway, take care. God bless you, and thank you for showing up, and thank you for giving me a thumbs up and subscribe if you can. If not, oh well. Anyway, God bless you.